Hi everyone, my name is Ravi Prakash and welcome to 4th class of Indices and Surds. So in this class we'll continue this calculation of square root of irrational numbers or surds, right? So some surds, as we know, are irrational numbers. All irrational numbers are not surds, but all surds are irrational numbers, right? So in the last video we saw the square root of calculating surds or irrational numbers of those kind where a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square we could convert of, right? In this case we'll stretch a bit longer. Okay, so like suppose the question here is a square root of 23 plus 8 root 5 plus 10 root 2 plus 2 root 40. This is the question here, calculating square root of this term 23 plus 8 root 5 plus 10 root 2 plus 2 root 40. Okay, so what is the square root of this irrational number or this whole term? Okay, so now as you can see, first observe here, as you can see there are 3 square terms here. Okay, there are 3 square terms here, 3 square root terms here. So obviously it can't be broken into a plus b whole square as a square plus b square plus 2ab, because only 2ab will have only one square root term. Here there are 3 square root terms, so it is bit bigger than a plus b whole square. So next perfect square we could convert of is a plus b plus c whole square. Okay, that is a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Correct. So we could adjust of like this. Okay, and in this moreover what we can convert of is this. We can take care of the signs also. Right now it is all positive signs, so fine, this will fall. But we can take care of signs also, like suppose it is a plus b minus c whole square. Okay, so all these c terms will become negative. So a square plus b square plus c square is fine, because minus c whole square is plus c whole square plus 2ab. ab is positive only, but now c is negative, so it will make this 2bc term. 2b into minus c is minus 2bc, and 2 minus c into a is minus 2ca. So all c will become negative, right? So this minus sign you can take care of. Again, if I write a minus b minus c whole square, so again it is correct till here, a square plus b square plus c square, now plus 2ab. So 2ab in this b is negative, so it becomes minus 2ab. If one term is negative, it becomes minus 2ab. Now then plus 2bc. Okay, so now b and c both are negative, so minus into minus becomes plus, so it becomes plus 2bc. Okay, and then plus 2ca. Here a and c, here only c is negative, so one term is negative, so it becomes minus 2ca. Okay, so this is how we can take care of this minus signs in this formula, this identity a plus b plus c whole square. Fine. Okay. Now you see here, very important question, very important concept. Correct. So in this question here now we are observing that it is there are 3 square terms, so it should be converted like 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Okay, so our hit and trial form will continue, but before that I have to convert in this 2ab form. Here it right now it is not in 2ab form, no, because it is 8 here, it is 8 here, it is 10 here, it is 2 here. So this 2 is 2, this 2 and 2 is fine, don't need to make any changes here. But here it is 10, here it is 2, so we need to convert in 2 form, right? So what I'll do here is I'll write 23 plus, now this I'll write 2 into 4 root 5 plus 2 into 5 root 2 plus 2 root 40. Here it is fine, it is 2, fine. So this 4 will go inside. Okay, 4 inside becomes, if 4 will go inside the square root, it becomes 16. So it becomes 23 plus 2 into 2 root 16 into 4 inside becomes 16. 16 into 5, 80. So it becomes 2 root 80 plus 5 will go again inside. 5 inside, because if 5 goes inside the square root, it becomes 25, because root 25 is 5. Okay, so 25 into 2 is what? 50. It becomes 2 root 50 plus here it is same 2 root 40. Now a bit of hit and trial you have to work here, that this 80, okay, this 80, 50 and 40 we need to split like it is AB, BC and CA, it satisfies. AB, BC and CA, it satisfied, right? So quite a easy thing here, not so much of difficulty. Because I know that in every 2 terms, one term is common. AB and BC, B is common. BC and CA, C is common. CA and AB, A is common, right? So in every two terms, one term has to be common. So you can take in terms, right? You can take 80 and 50. What could be common term here? You can take their common factor, right? That you can take 10 as common here, or you can take 5 as common. No general rule here, right? Simple logic. What you can take common here, right? So that suppose it is, suppose I write here. Let me rub this part. Do write these identities in your notebook, okay? Very important, okay? And adjusting sign also, because next question will be adjusting sign here, okay? So now what I'm telling is, suppose here, now if this term is AB, this term is BC, and this term is CA, 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. So if you have to think of it, if AB is 80 and BC is 50 and CA is 40, which term will satisfy this? Okay, so just for example, I can take, okay, let's suppose A equal to 10. So if A is equal to 10, then for AB to be 80, B needs to be 8. Okay, now if B is 8, then for BC to be 50, C can't be correct, right? C can't be correct here. If BC is 50, C can't be correct here. Okay, so it is not satisfying. It is not satisfying, right? I hope you're getting it right. It is not satisfying. So you have to further look for the number which will satisfy. Okay, so 2 root 50 plus 2 root 40, it is not satisfying. Because if B is equal to 8, then BC can't be 40. Okay, now I can reverse it also, right? I can reverse it also. So what I can do instead here is, I can take A is, because I see 50 is a multiple of 10. It is not a multiple of 8, but it is a multiple of 10. So I can take A as 8. I can take B as 10. Then AB becomes 80. Now if B is 10, then for B into C to be 50, C needs to be 5. Okay. And then CA is 40. So for CA is 40, it should satisfy now, because we have all the values of A, B, C right now here. So C is 5 and A is 8. Therefore CA becomes 40. So it's satisfied. It's satisfied. What we satisfied? What is satisfied? A is equal to 8, B is equal to 10, and C equal to 5. It satisfies our value. Okay. So once it's satisfied, it's quite easy now. What we should do here is simply break it. 23 plus 2 root. Okay, 2 root 80. So 80 is what? AB is here, root 8 into root 10. AB is root 8 into root 10. AB is root 8 into root 10. Okay, plus 2 root 50. So B is root 10 and C is root 5. Okay, plus 2 root 40. C is root 5 and A is root 8. A is root 8. Okay, so now understand this point here. Still, our purpose is not so. It is converted to A square. It is converted to this whole term is now A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. Now our logic will remain same as per the last one. Our logic will remain same as per the last one, that once we have to do hit and trial, exempt the root here. We don't need root here. Simply see that it actually here A is not 8 here. A is root 8 here, right? So A is root 8, B is root 10, C is root 5. Okay, so it is A is root 8, B is root 10, and C is root 5. We just eliminated a root just to see these numbers here. But actually what? Actually A is root 8 and B is root 10. So what is A square? A square is root 8 square. B square is root 10 square. And C square is root 5 square. Correct? So A square plus B square plus C square is 23. It is satisfying. That means it is correct now. Plus 2 into root 8 root 10 plus 2 into root 10 root 5 plus 2 into root 8 root 5. It is satisfied now. It becomes A square. It becomes A square plus B square plus C square plus twice AB plus twice BC plus twice CA. Okay. Then it becomes, now we'll again write here. So very important concept. I hope you're getting it. Okay. Very important concept here. Right. Now, so it becomes what it becomes. So it becomes A square plus B square plus C square. And we got A is equal to root 8, B is equal to root 10, and C equal to root 5. Then this whole term, okay, see this whole term here is written as, okay, under root of A square plus B square plus C square, that is under root of root 8 square plus root 10 square plus root 5 square, okay, plus 2 root 8 into root 10 plus 2 root 10 into root 5 plus 2 root 8 into root 5. That is, you can compare this term as what? You can compare this term to, that is under root of a square plus b square plus c square plus twice ab plus twice bc plus twice ca. Okay, that is what? This is equal to under root of what? It is what actually? A plus b plus c whole square. That's it. Is under root of a plus b plus c whole square. What is the answer? Its answer is what? Its answer is a plus b plus c. This is the answer. So what is our answer in this case? So our answer should be a plus b plus c. So this whole term here, a square plus b square plus c square, that is root 8 square plus root 10 square plus root 5 square plus 2 root 8 root 10, that is 2ab, 2 root 10 root 5, 2bc, 2 root 8 root 5, 2ca is equal to actually root under a plus b plus c whole square. This is equal to under root of root 8 plus root 10 plus root 5 whole square. That is a plus b plus c whole square. What is the answer? Answer is root 8 plus root 10 plus root 5. This is the answer. Okay, I have to make you understand this concept, right? It took 10 minutes time for me to do it. But once you get this concept, this should be very fast for you. As we'll see in the next question, it should be very fast for you when we get this concept here. Okay, so don't get to the length of the question, get to this concept. Very, very important concept. Okay, for your aptitude examinations. And once you are done through this concept, you can easily solve all the problems based on the square root. Okay, so I hope you got it. So what we did first, the question was under root, I have to calculate square root of root 23 plus 8 root 5 plus 10 root 2 plus 2 root 40. So since there are more than one term here, so it is not the case of a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab as we did in the last video. It is something more than that. So we have to do the next expansion because there are more number of terms. So we did a plus b plus c whole square as a plus a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. So we converted to this form to get this answer. Okay. Now next question we should do a bit faster. Once we got the concept, we should do it a bit faster. Okay. The question is calculating a square root of 6 root 8 minus 8 root 6 minus 2 root 48. Correct? Minus 2 root 48. Okay. Now, you have to find this question. Okay, sorry. This is not the question. Here, edit it. Okay. To start, edit this part. Okay, so next question is under root of 26 plus 6 root 8 minus 8 root 6 minus 2 root 48. This is my next question. We have to get this answer right. Now we'll do it a bit quickly we'll do it. Once you got the concept, because I know how to expand like what? Expand like now. Sign adjustment is a different thing, but I know how to expand now. This is a square. If I write this like 26 plus 6 root 8 plus, minus sign, minus 6 root 8 minus 8 root 6 minus 2 root 48. So I know what is the funda here. The funda here is, this is 6 root 8, this is 8 root 6. So this is like, I know it is a square plus b square plus c square. And this is like plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. And now I can adjust the sign here, right? You notice both the terms are negative. So which term is common in this? C is common in both these terms. So C should be negative. So it is actually a plus b minus c whole square. That is a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab. Okay, because b is positive, but b is positive. But now since c is negative, so minus 2bc minus 2ca. So sign adjustment we'll see. Okay, this is a different thing. But right now, what is the main funda here? Main funda is to solve this part. 2ab, 2bc and 2ca. So since 2 is here, it is fine. We don't need to change anything here. But we have to change this funda, right? We'll change it now. We'll see 26 plus. Now I'll write this 2. 6 as 2 into 3. Again, same thing. I want in 2 form. 2 into root something. So for keeping this 6, I'll break it as 2 into 3. Okay. And this 2 I'll write, and 3 will go inside, will become 9. So 3 goes inside, become 9, and root 9 into 8 becomes 72. It becomes 2 root 72. Minus. Again I need 2 here. So 8 is written as 2 into 4. 4 is sent inside the root. 4 root sent inside the root becomes 16. 16 into 6, it is 96. So 2 root 96 minus 2 root 48. Correct? Now, again, we have to observe same thing here, right? I know it is 2AB. I know it is 2BC. It is 2CA. So just for the moment, take these numbers here, that if AB is 72, if BC is 96, and if CA is 48, what could be the possible values of A, B, and C? Okay. So 72 and 96, what is common? I can say 12 is common here, right? I can say 12 is just a thought. 12 is common here. So if I take A as 12, so if A is 12, B becomes 6. Okay. So if A is 12, B becomes 6 because AB is 72. Then if B is 6, then for B into C to be 96, 6 into 16 is 96. So if B is 6, then C needs to be 16. Okay. So C needs to be 16. But again, C 16 and A 12 will not give me 148. So again, this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. So what we can do reverse a bit. Okay. I can take A as 6 and B as 12. Okay. So what is thing that in 72 and 96, 12 I see as common. I see 24 also as, it's just a matter of hidden trial. I see 24 also as common in this. I see 6 also as common in this. I see 12 also as common in this. I just take one number and proceed. Okay. So let's say I took 12 here. So A 6 and B 12. So if A is 6 and B is 12, it becomes 72. Okay. Now, if B is 12, BC is 96. So if B is 12, BC is 96. So that means C becomes 8. And now if C is 8 and A is 6, then C into A is automatically 48. That means it's satisfied. Yes, it did. That means C is equal to 8 and A equal to 6 satisfied. These are the values. It's satisfied. Right? That's it. We were searching for this only. It's satisfied. A6, B12, B12, C8, and C8, A6. It's satisfied. Okay. So once it's satisfied, I'll just break it here. It is like now 26 plus 2 root. A is here 6. So actually A becomes root 6. B is 12. So actually B becomes root 12. Minus. Now B is root 12. So C becomes root 8 actually. And C is root 8. So A is root 6. So okay. So it actually becomes what? Now it is A, it is B, it is B, it is C, it is C, it is A. So I know C is negative here. I saw we discussed this point here that C is negative. It is actually A plus B minus C whole square. You can see from here also, second and third term are negative. So it is negated due to only one term. If second and third term are negative and one term is common, I told you in this 2AB, 2BC and 2CA, in every two terms one term is common. 2AB and 2BC, B is common. 2BC and CA, C is common. CA and AB, A is common. Okay. So in every two terms, one term is common. So here also, one term is common. Root 12, root 8, root 6. One term is common. Which is common? Root 8 is common. So root 8 is negative in both the terms. What is root 8? Root 8 is C. So C is negative in both the terms. So I should write like this here. 26 plus, and you should also check here that A plus B, A square plus B square plus C square, 26 satisfied. So root 6 square plus root 12 square and plus root 8. I can take plus root 8 because minus root 8 square is plus root 8 only. So it is 26 satisfied. It is 26 satisfied. A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus, minus 2CA. Minus 2CA. So you got this term here, right? You got this term here. Okay. So what is the term? What is the answer? I was finding a square root of this whole term. I was finding a square root of this whole term. So A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2AB minus 2BC minus 2CA. It is actually what? It is actually A plus B minus C whole square. So what is A here? A is root 6, B is root 12 minus root 8 whole square. This is the under root term square. What is the answer for it? So answer is root 6 plus root 12 minus root 8. This is the answer for this question. Very nice question. This is the answer for this question. Okay, so I hope now you can do it for even longer questions also. Okay, so calculating positive square root of any irrational number including surds. Okay, so we can easily calculate all the square roots. Okay, so now in next video we'll do the practice questions of indices and surds. Okay, thank you for watching.